Ever wondered how an empire could thrive in a land of extreme monsoons and scorching droughts? Let's travel back in time to the heart of Southeast Asia, to the magnificent Angkor Empire. For over 600 years, this civilization wasn't just building breathtaking temples like Angkor Wat. They were mastering the very element that gave them life: water. This wasn't magic. It was engineering genius on a scale that's hard to comprehend even today. Imagine a place where it pours relentlessly for 6 months, flooding everything, and then for the next 6 months, the land cracks under a blazing sun. This was the challenge the Khmer people faced. Survival, let alone building a sprawling empire, seemed impossible. How could you feed a population of nearly 1 million people under these conditions? Their solution was a colossal water management system, one of the most sophisticated hydraulic networks of the ancient world. And here's the mind-blowing part. They did it all without modern computers, GPS, or laser levels. So who were these ancient masterminds? They were the unsung heroes of Angkor, the engineers and laborers who envisioned and built a system that transformed their unpredictable landscape into a predictable, fertile paradise. Their primary tools were observation, ingenuity, and an incredible understanding of their environment. They didn't just fight against the water. They tamed it, channeled it, and made it their greatest ally. The heart of their system was the baray. These weren't just ponds. They were massive man-made reservoirs, some stretching for kilometers. The West Baray, for example, is a staggering 8 kilometers long and over 2 kilometers wide, holding millions of cubic meters of water. Think of it as a small, rectangular sea. During the monsoon season, these barays would capture the excess floodwater, preventing catastrophic damage to their cities and farms. Then, during the long dry season, this stored water became their lifeline, a vast reserve ready to be deployed. But storing water was only half the battle. How did they move it where it was needed? This is where their intricate network of canals comes in. Hundreds of kilometers of channels, some straight as an arrow, crisscross the landscape, connecting the barays to the cities, the temples, and most importantly, the rice paddies. It was like a circulatory system for the entire empire, delivering life-giving water with precision. This network allowed them to control the flow, directing it to irrigate vast areas of land. And this is where the real genius lies. For a water distribution system of this scale to work, you need incredibly precise slopes. The canals had to be angled just right, too steep. And the water would rush through, causing erosion. Too shallow, and it wouldn't flow at all. The Khmer engineers achieved an almost imperceptible gradient, sometimes a drop of just a few centimeters over a kilometer. How they calculated and executed this with such accuracy remains one of the great mysteries of Angkor. It was this mastery of topography that made the whole system function like a well-oiled machine. The results were transformative. While other civilizations struggled to get 1 or maybe 2 harvests a year, the Khmer were farming rice 3 times a year. 3. This agricultural surplus was the engine of the empire. It fed a massive population, supported a huge army, and freed up a vast labor force to quarry stone and construct the hundreds of temples that still dot the Cambodian landscape today. The splendor of Angkor Wat, the enigmatic faces of Bayon, none of it would have been possible without the rice that grew in those irrigated fields. One of the key figures in this hydraulic saga was the legendary King Jayavarman VII. Ruling in the late 12th century, he was a prolific builder, overseeing the construction of not just temples but also hospitals, roads, and a significant expansion of the water network. He understood that controlling water was the key to power and prosperity, and his reign marked the zenith of Angkor's influence. The system became more complex, more efficient, and supported the largest pre-industrial city in the world. So what happened? How could such a brilliant and powerful empire, built on such a sophisticated foundation, simply fade away? The collapse of Angkor is a complex story with no single answer. Evidence suggests a period of intense climate change played a major role. A series of prolonged droughts, followed by unusually intense monsoons, put the water system under unbearable strain. The system that was their greatest strength became a vulnerability. Overuse and potential damage to the delicate network may have led to cascading failures. At the same time, political instability and conflicts with neighboring kingdoms weakened the empire from within, making it impossible to maintain the vast infrastructure. The water empire, once a source of life, began to crumble. For centuries, the full extent of this system remained hidden, swallowed by the jungle. But in recent years, archaeologists have been given a superpower: LiDAR technology. By flying over the region and shooting laser beams through the dense forest canopy, they can create incredibly detailed 3D maps of the ground below. What they found was astonishing. LiDAR revealed a sprawling urban landscape crisscrossed by a grid of hidden canals, ancient roads, and even entire cities that had been lost to time. It confirmed that the Angkorian water management system was even larger and more complex than anyone had ever imagined. The legacy of these ancient engineers is truly awe-inspiring. They sculpted their world on a monumental scale, creating a sustainable and highly productive landscape that supported a thriving civilization for centuries. They were, without a doubt, some of the greatest hydraulic masterminds in human history. Their work serves as a powerful reminder of what human ingenuity can achieve, but also as a cautionary tale about the delicate balance between civilization and the environment. So the next time you see a picture of Angkor's majestic temples rising from the jungle, remember the invisible empire that made it all possible, the Empire of Water. It wasn't built with spells or enchantments, but with something far more powerful: the brilliant, analytical minds of its people. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the past, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories from our amazing world history. See you next time.